Hi, I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful glittery and sparkly Elsa cake from Frozen. So you can see we've got the lovely glittery frosty effect on her dress, and we have worked so hard to get this really lovely look, but making it all edible. So I'm going to show you exactly how we did that, and you can see how effective that is. So I've got my cake. I'll just talk about the cake. Now I've baked this in a Tiffin tin, so you may have a Pyrex bowl or a domed heat-proof bowl, so you know you can bake it in whatever you have at home. And then I've covered this all in a buttercream, all ready to be covered. Now to talk about the glitter, this is very exciting. We've got two products here. I've got Magic Sparkles. Now this is in a hint of blue. And I've also got Doric edible glitter, which is called Sparkle. Now what we've done, we've poured them all in this pot, and then using a palette knife, or you could use the back of a spoon, you want to gently crush them like that and mix them all together, and you can see how glittery that looks. So we're going to put that aside. You want to do that first before you start rolling out your sugar paste. So I've got some lovely, this is Mediterranean blue sugar paste, and I'm just going to put some icing sugar on my surface. And so that I know how much I need to roll out, I'm going to do a quick measure with my rolling pin. And this is how I tend to measure all my cakes for rolling out. So you can see it's roughly, I would say roughly the size of my rolling pin, maybe a little bit more. So what you want to do is you want to knead your sugar paste first. I've already kneaded this a little bit, so you want it to be nice and soft and pliable, and this is going to eliminate any cracks or marks in your icing. So you want to try and keep it in a nice circle shape if you can. So keep turning it. If you find it sticks, just put a little bit more icing sugar underneath. Okay, so you can see I'm just about there, I think. So you can see that's roughly the size of my rolling pin there. So now what we're going to do, we're going to bring the sparkle back in that we previously crushed down. So we're just going to sprinkle it over with your fingertips all the way over. You can see how glittery this is looking already. Okay, now for the magic. We're going to save a little bit there for our dress in case we want to sprinkle some over. So now what you want to do is just roll it into the sugar paste. Got a lovely crunchy sound. And that's just pushing it all in. Okay, I think that's about it. So we're going to wrap that onto our rolling pin. We're going to bring the cake back in, and we're just going to pop it over the top. Just bring it into the middle. And just wrap it all the way over. You can see it's stretched as I've put it onto the cake as well. So, just using your hands, just press it in slightly at the top. You want to get a sort of draping look. So let's just cut some of that away. And then we're just going to cut slightly wider than our cake. You don't need to worry too much about the back because you're going to have your cape coming round at the back. There we go. Let's just put that to one side. And then if you just lift bits up like that, just give a material flowing look. All the way round like that. There we go. When you're happy with how it looks, we're now just going to sprinkle some more of the glitter. Actually, before we do that, we're going to spray the bottom of the cake. She has a slightly graduated blue dress. So I've got some blue Lustre spray here. Now this is all edible as well. So we're just going to spray that on the front of the cake, just down the bottom. Don't worry about the back, because again she's got her cape to go on there. Okay, so can you see that slightly graduated blue look there? So now we're going to sprinkle some more of the edible glitter just over the top there, just to finish that off. And that is looking pretty amazing, I have to say. I'm really pleased with that. So there's the first part of the dress. So now I'm going to show you how to decorate the actual doll. So I'm using a doll pick. So you can see it's got a spiky part here that you can insert into your cake. And what I've done is I've started off by plaiting her hair first, and then if you put her arms up, it's actually easier to cover her body. So I've got some lighter sugar paste now. I've mixed some of this blue with white sugar paste. So I've rolled both of these out, and I've done exactly the same with the glitter, sprinkled it on and rolled it into the glitter. So to cut the bodies first, I'm going to cut a strip like that. And then just to measure, what you can do is just put your knife there and have a rough guess like that. Okay, so we're roughly there. So then you can cut a strip. I should have measured that side as well. So it is roughly there. So we're going to cut that along. Now remember, you don't need to worry too much about the back of the doll because she's going to have that lovely cape. So place some glue onto the doll. Round. Let's move it out of the way. And then just pop that onto your doll and just wrap it round at the back there like that. I'll just move that round. You can see I've got way too much there, so I'm just going to cut a bit away like that and just pinch it together like that. So we've got the beginning of her dress there, and then I'm just going to cut a strip to go along the top of the dress. It's only at the front. Now I'm going to use a heart cutter just to get the shape, but you could use 2 circle cutters if you don't have a heart cutter. Like that. Let's cut that a bit shorter. Like that. Okay, and just attach that with a bit of edible glue along the top part of her dress there. Okay, so now you can pop her arms forward. Now for the arms, you need to cut 2 strips like that. And I'm going to wrap them round her arm, so I would just put it up against her arm like that and just cut a bit away, and then put some glue onto her arms. Actually, let's put them up a little bit and then just wrap them round. Like that. And then the other one. And wrap it round and just pinch it at the bottom like that. Now I'm just going to add a little bit more sparkle to that dress, so I'm just going to put a tiny bit of edible glue on there and just sprinkle a little bit of extra sparkle onto her dress like that. And there you have your doll pick. So bringing the cake back in now, we're going to place it into the cake. Now just make sure you face her the right way. So there she goes, like that. And there we have the doll all ready for the cape now. So now I'm going to show you how I've done the cape here. So with the leftover blue icing that I've mixed loads and loads of white sugar paste into it and got this lovely pale colour. So I've rolled it out, and what I've done is I've got a knife and I've just measured the back of her dress at the top here, and I've cut this bit, and then just roughly took a rolling pin to roughly see how long I want that to drape down, and then I've just cut it into a triangle sort of shape with a palette knife, and then just cut it along the bottom there, so it's about 3 times bigger at the bottom than the top. So the most important thing is I've already put some glue onto the back of her dress, so you want lots and lots on the top part, and especially on this bit here, and a little bit on the board down there where it's going to drape onto. So now we're going to carefully pick it up. Okay, now it's quite heavy, so you want to hold the bottom as well, and we're going to stick that onto the back part of her dress there. And then we're just going to drape it there we go. And then we're going to drape it round. Let's bring her into the middle. Bring it draping round onto the board like that. Let's have some ripples coming down like that. And you can cut this excess away on this corner here. And then I would just tuck that under like that. Make some little ripples, just make it look like material coming round there. Okay, so we're going to cut out some snowflakes. Now I've got some plunger cutters, so we'll use the leftover that we've got here. So I'm just going to roll it a little bit thinner for these cutters, and we're going to stick some snowflakes on her cape. So this is a medium size one. So just press down, give a little wiggle, press it down, and then pop it out. Actually, what you can do, might be easier, is put a little bit of glue on the bottom of that one. And you can actually plunge them straight onto the cake, like that. Okay. Let's do some little ones as well. Tiny bit of glue. Okay. Let's do a couple more. Because the paste is still quite fresh, they will stick really easily. Now, let's put one up there. You can put as many of these as you like. Let's put one down the front there. There we go. Okay, so to give her a lovely pearlised look now, really frosty look, I'm going to use something called Pearl Edible Lustre Spray. So we're going to spray it all over her cake. So give it a little shake. And you can see that beautiful pearl spray. And then I'm just going to spray her hair as well to give her that frosty look. Let's bring you round. There we go. I've got a little bit on her head there. There we go. And just to finish it all off, I've got some snowflakes that I made earlier. This is just out of white sugar paste. I'm just going to stick a few on the front of Elsa's dress there. I think this just really does finish the look off. And then I've also got these lovely snowflake sprinkles. So we'll just stick a few onto her dress, like that. There we go. And then, to finish it off, we'll just sprinkle a few onto the board. Like that. You can stick them down if you want to, but I don't think you really need to. And then just put a few of the larger snowflakes all around, like that. And if you had some of the magic sparkles and the glitter left, you could also just sprinkle that around as well if you wanted to. And then I think we're all finished there. So there you have Elsa from Frozen, all glittery and looking beautiful.